So what I'd like to close with is really getting involved. Both Hing and Steve outlined some of the big parameters, what's ahead in terms of SB 375, and I really encourage all of you to take one of those large sheets that Hing brought that kind of maps out the timeline. You'll see that here in 2010, there are some very important key milestones coming up. First of all, the model is currently being developed. This is a model that involves the Metropolitan Transportation Commission as well as the Association for Bay Area Governments. The Air District is also involved, as well as BCDC. This is going to be the model that the next set of projections are going to come from. And those of you who have been involved with ABAG's projections over the years knows that every 2 years they update projections and forecast how much growth is going to happen in all of our local communities. Well, we know now that with the model being developed, we have an important opportunity to participate in what those ground lying assumptions are going to be. Typically, because this is being driven very much from a transportation perspective, many of our transportation planning colleagues are involved. However, not many land use planners are, and I know that's our challenge in San Jose, is how to get our voice and communication going. So we know we've got some work to do at home as well. In addition, as you know, the greenhouse gas targets are coming from the California Air Resources Board at the end of June. They'll have a comment period that will go until, I'm not sure how long it will go, but most of our councils take breaks in July, so if you want to bring that to your city council, that pretty much means you've got to be ready to go in August when they get back, and that way your input will be in time for CARB to consider it before they adopt the final ones at the end of September. So that's happening right now. We've got ongoing participation opportunities with the development of the jobs and housing targets. So as you can see on the Hing handout, though the regional agencies are projected to issue those in September, and we will have 2 months to comment, and then they'll be issuing the final ones. I assume those are going to be regional numbers. But again, what happens at the region has a local implication, so it's going to be really important. In addition, ABAG and the other regional agencies have started to look at an outreach strategy. And so that's another place where not only cities, but those of you as community leaders or consultants could also help. How does this strategy really reach down into the community level? And how do we do that in a way that isn't going to be confusing for residents who are currently involved in general plan updates and that sort of thing? So we have a lot of work ahead. After the SB 375 Sustainable Community Strategy is done, we will be getting our new housing allocation numbers, which means we'll be revising our housing elements again. So if for no other reason, and I know for our smaller cities, you know, there just aren't the resources to be going to all these regional meetings, etc. But when it comes to that regional housing number, I know many of you will be eager to get involved, at least at that point, because then that will be the number that you'll need to identify for your next housing element. So with that, I'm going to close, and I think we'll open it up for questions from the group. I think we're a small enough group that we'll just sit at the table and take your questions that way. Thank you all very much.